Welcome back to QSPZ. We in the Heezy. I got my boy D Jeezy. What's happening?
What's up, bro? How y'all feeling?
Feeling good, feeling great. Got my boy Schwabeezy, aka the one who knocks, Walter Wazeezy. What's happening?
Hey, what's going on?
Not much, man, but a whole lot at the same time. All right, man. So welcome back to Quality Sports Podcast. We got Shane might hop on later, and then might be a special guest appearance from the HNIC, the one and only Dequan Young. So we're gonna get right into it, man. We're gonna talk college football to start. AP poll has been released, and until the college football playoff committee starts meeting right here in good old DFW where I'm located, this is gonna be our guiding light. So, Quan, you want to go ahead and throw that graphic up real quick with the top 20 Fizz. So we got Alabama 1, Ohio State 2, Georgia Bulldogs at 3, Clemson Tigers 4, and Notre Dame to round out the top 5. Y'all can see we got some other perennials. We got, let's see who we got here perennial wise. We got Michigan at 8. Shane told y'all to bet the over on their win total on last week podcast. Check that out. Oklahoma coming in at 9. We got Oregon out in the Pac-12, Pac-10, Pac-1000 at 11. USC at 14. Miami Hurricanes with no more turnover chain at 16. We got Wild Whiskey at 18, Sweet Pig, Arkansas at 19, and rounding out the top 25, the home of Zach Wilson, who we might talk about a little bit today, maybe probably not, I don't know. But at 25, BYU Cougars. So, fellas, what y'all think about
Gentlemen, after the story broke about him and his mom's friend, his new name is Him McMahon because he's
All
got
right,
that ball.
so we're not gonna call him that. We just gonna call him the nigga that made me a lot of money his last year, senior year. That's a beat of college football. That's what we're gonna refer to him as. So fuck you, Coastal
And
Carolina, by the way. But anyway, gentlemen,
for the
what do
white
y'all think about
delegation,
those?
it's Him McMahon.
Wow, quiet, man. All right, so what do y'all feel about this top 25, man, that was just up on the screen? Give me y'all thoughts. Anybody need to be higher, lower, any snubs, anything like that? How y'all feeling about that? DJ, go ahead, man. Let me know what you feeling.
So the first thing that stands out for me is Clemson at 4 and Notre Dame at 5. Like Clemson, they still got to figure out like their quarterback. Like, is DJ good? Is he not? And are they going to able to pretty much reload for this upcoming season? And then Notre Dame, I just hate that they even like on the list because they still living off like the 1992 championship or the 1968 one or whenever they won it. They still living off of that because like they don't have the horses. Now they do got a black coach now, which is that's cool, and that goes away from everything that school is, but um, like them being on the list just blow me like every year. Like they get to play these games because they stay independent. They don't play against nobody else, and then when it's time to play against them boys, they come up short, and not even like short. Like they be getting blown out. They be getting washed. Like they don't even be looking like they deserve to be on the field, but um, they not running this year. They got Ohio State in the first game of the season. So after they get dog walk with that, hopefully they get dropped down to the bottom and somebody else that's actually good be able to like take that spot. And so and the last thing I'll say on it is it's gonna be interesting to see how well Georgia can reload their team because they lost a lot, and I don't know if they're at that level where they got like that Bama system where they gonna send all these guys to the league and then bring all these guys right back. So I don't know if Georgia is at that level. I would say like right now, the top teams that are consistently at that level has been like Bama, Ohio State, and then probably like Clemson too. I don't know if Georgia is like quite there yet.
Okay. Schwab, what you got for me?
I mean, Georgia, they're recruiting really well. So you're right that they'll have to reload. Um, but I see no problem with them doing that. Ohio State brings a lot back. I mean, they lost their top two receivers, but Smith and Jigba, I think, has a better shot of winning the Heisman even than Stroud does. And it's not a knock at Stroud at all. Um, Alabama, of course, they're going to be there. Clemson and Notre Dame. DJ's exactly right. Notre Dame's got to get their actually Clemson got to get the quarterback situation figured out, and Notre Dame is there just on hype. Texas A&M, um, they recruited great. Now can they do it on the field? Utah is the one that kind of sticks out. I don't know why they're quite that high. I think a little bit of disrespect at Michigan here. They bring pretty much the entire offense back, save for Hassan Haskins. So I understand that Jabo and Hill and Hutch are going to be big losses for them, but I think they should have been higher. Oklahoma, don't know how they're going to react without Lincoln Riley there. USC is one to watch out for. Um, Wisconsin, I think, is a little bit too high right now. I'd like to see them prove it on the field a little bit first before we start anointing them. And those are really my only criticisms with it. Iowa's getting votes, and I think that's kind of a result of just what they did last year, but they're not bringing all of that back. Texas getting votes because they're Texas. LSU got 55 points, and that's a team I think could surprise some people. I mean, there was some talent there, but if you watched any LSU football the last 2 years, you see just a lot of undisciplined play. And I think that's something immediately, even without really getting the recruiting machine in full force, just the discipline factor, bringing in Brian Kelly, I think is going to make a big difference. So you want to talk about potential win totals. LSU right now is at 7 on DraftKings. I think that could be an over, but that's a tough schedule, so something to look at.
Yeah, well, that's gonna be Brian Kelly's welcome to the SEC. They need everything to go right, to beat a team like Alabama. They got a tough schedule.
They almost did it last year, though.
Yeah, they open at Florida State at the Superdome. So I like USC, man. I think USC got actually a good path, man, to the college football playoff. Actually, I feel like they're a team that nobody really talking about, and Lincoln Riley is really good. Like, he's really good, and they starters on both sides of the ball. They're as good as anybody, I think. So they got the game at Utah, and they play Notre Dame. They win them 2 games, man. They might have a trip to the college football playoff. So I want to say, yeah. It's just that Utah game at Utah, that's gonna be tough, I think. But if they win, they beat Utah, they beat Notre Dame, they should have a pretty good chance. So that's a team I think that's gonna go under the radar and could be in that top 4. Now, can they win it all? Probably not. I think the top heaviness of the top 3 with Bama, Ohio State, and Georgia. Of course, Bama and Georgia, they can get there to, like we saw last year. But I think that they're gonna be in the way of a lot of teams. So, but look at USC, y'all. USC is gonna be a team that I'm standing on now. Could be a playoff team coming out of the Pac 1000. So,
here's one I want to address though. Just looking ahead way too far towards a playoff here. Bama should be there. Georgia should be there. And then you look at the Big Ten, Ohio State and Michigan. We talked on last week's show. Both those teams should go into that game 11-0. So, and it's going to hinge a lot on what Notre Dame and Utah end up doing. But I could see Utah not living up to the expectations, and then having to make a decision between a one-loss Michigan or Ohio State and USC. So that could be interesting looking way ahead towards January.
Yeah, man. January New Year's will be here before we know it, man. Um, so yeah, that's our top story today. So tap in the comments, man, if y'all feel anyway about what we talking about here for college. We're gonna move forward to Super Bowl predictions. We're gonna shift to the NFL. Well, before we do that, let's just go ahead and predict right now who do you think is gonna come out top since now that the top 25 been released. Who do y'all got winning it all this year in college football?
I got Ohio State winning it all. I got the top four being Ohio State, Alabama, Georgia, and I like that USC pick. Like I think like they're gonna win games, and then because they're undefeated and they're in a Power Five conference, I feel like that they're gonna be able to sneak in, but they're not gonna be able to like compete. So that's why I got like in the playoffs. But my champion is Ohio State.
Okay, Schwab, what you think?
I actually like those same four teams. And looking ahead at a playoff here, um, if I say Bama won, I think, God, that's going to be tough. USC, Ohio State. I mean, it doesn't really matter. I think that's the 2-3 matchup. Um, I think Ohio State wins it. Bama over Georgia, and then repeat Bama over Ohio State.
Okay. Me, I got Ohio State, I got Alabama, I got Clemson, and I got USC. DJ, I feel you for the same reason about Clemson. However, they got a soft ass schedule. They're gonna walk. They're gonna walk, and I think I see their resume being really good, like a lot of blowout wins. Because their defense is damn good.
Yeah,
The skill players are damn good.
yeah,
And I feel like this year, again, a team like LSU, like you say, can get some SEC wins and make stuff interesting in the SEC for either Alabama or Georgia. Um, and so I think I'm gonna have Georgia be the casualty this time around and not make it be a team outside of the top four. So then I have Ohio State probably playing Clemson, USC, Bama, and then I have Ohio State over Bama in the final. And CJ Stroud getting all the accolades and all the accomplishments. So that's where I'm at. That's where we at, y'all. We'll revisit some college football as we come back to it, but these are our way too early rankings. Go ahead, Schwab.
The problem I have with the CJ Stroud Heisman pick is I think he and Smith and Jigba are going to split the Midwest vote. And as great as Will Anderson is, I don't know if the defensive player is going to get the same amount of votes that split it between two offensive players. So my future for the Heisman is going to be Bryce Young repeating.
Yeah, I like that pick.
no, I can't see that. Like I
Stroud
don't.
is the best player in college to me. So
Yeah. Like
He
I don't
is.
care. Yeah, like
That's fair. That's
I don't
completely
care
fair.
what like
And it's
that.
got nothing to do with Stroud, but it's got everything to do with Smith and Jigba taking votes away from him.
Yeah, but even if you take votes away from them, still like if they're the best team like on paper and they just blowing people out and then they like end the
But Bama's still
season.
Bama.
Yeah, but like
And the SEC is still the SEC, and it's all well and nice.
that's cool, but like you got to
Sure,
be
they're gonna blow people out, but the fact of the matter is, Ohio State's gonna play two tough games this year, or at least games that I mean, I think Penn State's gonna be a whiteout game, but as far as games against really good teams, and we don't even actually know how good Notre Dame is. They're gonna open with Notre Dame and they're gonna close with Michigan, and in between, it's a whole lot of garbage. Whereas Bama
yeah.
be week in week out against tough competition.
Bama got a couple of like nothing on a
But they got a couple of
really
cupcakes that
yeah,
they're
but like
ladies too
I
in the
think like
non-conference.
man, you got to
That
be really
SEC
special
schedule.
like you got to be really special to like go back to back Heisman. Like we haven't seen that, and so we
Bryce
haven't
Young's
seen
pretty
that
special.
since. Yeah, Bryce Young is, but I don't know if he's that compared to like if CJ Stroud and them, like if they end the season like without losing and he put up the numbers that I think he will, it don't matter about him like whoever else taking votes from. It's gonna be him like because Bryce Young would have to pretty much top what he did last year and like not have like no bad games and I can't see him not having like no bad games in the SEC like not having games where he like struggling in the first half and then come out in the second half tough. Like he might have a slip up where a game might not look as clean, but once CJ and them get going, I think it's pretty much his to lose.
You're
Well,
not worried about
we'll
Smith and
see.
Jigma
It sound
equation.
like me and DJ got CJ Stroud winning it, and you got Bryce Young winning it. So we'll check back in with Heisman picks, man, as the season goes on. All right, so we'll shift gears. NFL preseason Super Bowl predictions. Um, so give me your two teams that's coming out. Give me a team that's coming out the NFC and the AFC, and then give me your Super Bowl winner. Schwab, I'll start with you.
Oh man, it's tough to look at here. The AFC is gonna be such a dogfight. Um, I think this is the year Buffalo finally comes out, and they get there. Uh, I'm gonna have them beating Cincinnati in the title game. I'm a firm believer, like they're for real. Like last year wasn't a fluke.
Cincinnati's for real, you saying?
Yeah, I think it's a matter of time before Joe Burrow's the best quarterback in the league. And then the NFC, where do you? I mean, Brady's still Brady, but as far as the rest of the teams, who really scares you? I mean, the Rams, but it's hard to repeat. Um, I have no faith in the rest of that division. San Francisco, I think, has found their ceiling unless Trey Lance comes out and does what Joe Burrow did last year.
Schwab, let me hop in and say my piece real quick. I put the graphic together and everything, but I think it's a really I don't know how many times the Super Bowl favorite from the preseason has gone on to win it, but I think it's a really tough task that we're all throwing on Buffalo for them to get to that point. I mean, they were one Tyreek Hill stop. They were running it out of the end zone on a kick return away from making it to the conference championship game. But like they're gonna have, I think they're gonna have a mountain to climb. DJ, what do you think?
Yeah, like I want to pick them, but then like you said, that preseason favorite is hard, man, because it's rare that preseason favorite is the champion. I don't know, man. Like Schwab said, like it's gonna be a dogfight in the AFC. So who got the best odds? Bills, Chiefs in the AFC. Bills, Chiefs, Chargers. I ain't looking past that. So
Wow, the Ravens, hey dog.
I just I don't trust they skill position players either coming back from injuries or none of they wide we waiting for all of their wideouts to like show up, like all of them.
Yeah.
So you can't just have like Mark Andrews like being like a one and done type player. Like, yeah, we got him and then that's it. We don't got nothing else. So they running backs got to get healthy, all of them, and then a wideout gotta come out. But if they do, then they gonna be there too. But man, you talking about pick the Super Bowl champion? Uh man, I
And
don't
it,
know.
and just to throw it on top of it, like the Ravens probably had, I think it was the worst pass defense in the NFL last season. So you got to find some way to make that unit better. And once again, like this is a passing league. You're going up against Buffalo, teams that can put the ball in the air, and Patrick Mahomes and we pound the Chiefs this year. Like those are the teams that you kind of think you got to match up with. Listen, Mike, I'm all aboard, baby. We pound the Chiefs as soon as you throw it in the chat. Pound Chiefs, let's go.
I'm just waiting on my turn, man, to let y'all know what the fuck going on.
Yeah, at least they addressed it though. But they had like a lot of guys that was injured last year, so a lot of their DBs was injured. Some of them are coming back, and then they drafted Hamilton out of Notre Dame, so they at least like tried to address it. So, and I want to say the Ravens had the most injuries in the league, like as far as like guys that they put on the list or whatever. And so I don't know, man. It's gonna be tough.
They was giving Le'Veon Bell some tick. That's how bad it was.
Oh yeah, because of they running backs too. Like it's like you lose your top 2-3 running backs for the whole season. Like that's crazy. Yeah. Along with your starting corner, a safety, and guys just consistently going down. Because at one point they was like 6-1 or something, 6-2, and then they probably won 2 more games for the rest of the season. And so they gonna be there too. It's gonna be tough, man. I want to say the Bills, but they the favorite, so that kind of make me take away from it. I'm gonna go Bills Chiefs again, and then I'm gonna just take the Bills. I feel like they gonna have
the
NFC tough because, like you said, it's only really Tampa Bay, the Rams, and Tampa Bay and the Rams. That's what I'm taking. I'll take the Bucks, and then I'll take the Bills winning it all. Because I don't think the Rams gonna repeat. Only thing that worry me about them is Matthew Stafford, his injury, and then the Bucks got offensive line problems now, and no more.
Can't keep centers healthy.
Yeah, no more teams in the NFC are like serious. Like
no, and I think Tampa's overhyped too as far as their odds here because it's got everything to do with Brady and not a whole lot to do with
what the hell kind of opinion is that, Schwab? It's got everything to do with Brady. That's exactly why they're ranked so high.
But I mean, there's a lot of good teams with good quarterbacks.
Who? Where? In what division? What conference? In the NFC?
Yeah, no.
Aaron Rodgers is still around. I mean, he's high as a kite and looks like Nicolas Cage, but he's still around.
No, when we say good quarterbacks, like
we talking about performing.
At Brady's division, he's like the only good quarterback. Like Jameis Winston is clearly an average.
The same thing applies to Rodgers until it's just in time.
It's definitely just in time, but let's be realistic here, though. We talking Super Bowl.
That's no, it's what I'm saying.
I'm gonna get to my picks real quick. I'm gonna start from the NFC. I'm gonna start with the NFC. I got the Green Bay Packers coming out. I feel like they have the easiest route to the playoffs out of all the teams listed. So I'm going with Green Bay. You're gonna have to beat Green Bay at Green Bay. Nobody likes playing there, but we have seen in recent and in the past that you can go in and beat them.
Exactly, that's sweet now.
It's not sweet though, but and then we can get to that comment in a second, Quad. But so I got Green Bay coming out of the NFC. As hard as it has me to say that. I'm glad Shane ass is not here because I can see his ass smiling like the damn Grinch seeing me say that, especially the background I got. And AFC, pound the Chiefs, pound them, plus 1,000. Go win you some money. Go take $100 to your book if you're in a legal state and cash that $1,100 in February and tell them I sent you. We pounding the Chiefs. I don't care who in their way. Tyreek Hill, cool. That's all right. Andy Reid just say, just give me some more fast niggas. That's all they need over there. Pound the Chiefs, dog. Like, unless they playing the Bears. I told your ass, don't pound the Chiefs against my Bears. Shout out to the Bears. Got that W. One of the 6 wins DJ said they're going to get this season, by the way. We included preseason.
Yeah, so, we're not going to talk about that on the pod, DJ. Mike, explain the origin of pound Chiefs.
Okay, so one of my homies back home, my homie KO, he always live bet. Like, that's one of the only ways he live bet. So man, he was like asking me, he like, man, you think I should play the Chiefs? So I'm like, well, hey, let me look, man. And I'm like, wait, they just got the ball? I'm like, pound it, like pound the money, pound whatever you got. And I'm in Texas, so I may or may not have sent him some money to bet for me, you know what I'm saying? FanDuel, don't come looking for me because I'm not betting illegally here. But anyway, so I told them pound that shit, and they came back and won. So, man, it's like you see the Chiefs down by a touchdown, 10 points, and you believe in yourself, you believe in that money, you kiss it up and send it to the book and pound the goddamn Chiefs. Pound them, pound them, pound them, pound them, pound them. So that's the origin, man, of the pound Chiefs. That's what we're going from. So appreciate you asking me about that origin story, Quan, because we do that all the time. And, man, I think I only been wrong like 2 or 3 times. And they've been down like 2 scores. Fuck it, pound Chiefs. Hit you up, goddamn plus 375 or higher. Pound them. Like, I believe in Mahomes. Now, I told y'all 2 years ago on the pod, after they won their first championship, they was gonna win 2 out of 3. I was wrong. You know what I'm saying? But I'm shaking the dice because they've been right there every year. They've been right there every year. You know what I'm saying? They lost the Super Bowl and couldn't nobody block for Mahomes. And they came up real short against a hot Bengals team, which Schwab, I agree. I do think they for real. And the common team there has been the Chiefs. I think they was in the AFC Championship the year before they won. So they've been there. You said 5 straight, DJ? Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So, like, it's not far-fetched why this team is still, you know what I'm saying, even now they third. Shout out to BetMGM. They third on you know what I'm saying, the odds, winning Super Bowl outright. And they, you know what I'm saying, right behind Buffalo. And they're a better team than Buffalo. They're just a better team than them, man. They got better coaching. They have a better quarterback. Buffalo.
I wouldn't say that.
Man, they're a better team.
I wouldn't say it. Buffalo got a better defense.
Yeah, they got a better defense, but the Chiefs have the best player in the NFL on their team, and they probably got the best coach too.
I don't know if I say that.
I mean, yeah, Bill Belichick.
The best coach in the league is over, and it's in Quan's neck of the woods over there. It's Sean McVay.
I'm not agreeing on that either. I'm not agreeing. No, I'm not agreeing with that. Listen, man.
We don't do trends here at Quality Sports Podcast, dog. We're looking at cold, hard facts. I don't think no team has won more games than the Chiefs since Mahomes been a starter. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's just look at the physical evidence we have and not the goddamn conjecture because we like seeing Bills fans go through tables. Like, I'm talking Kansas City Chiefs football, dog. That's the best player in the league, bro.
I'm going to say they have the best player in the league, the best quarterback in the league, and the best offensive minds. I'm not going to say they're the better team. Listen, man, Buffalo lost that game off of, like, small mistakes. And I think
it's Buffalo.
As to the McVay point, listen, man, Sean McVay in the Super Bowl was shook diggity. Like, I was sitting here, he had no idea what he was doing. He made a few adjustments. I think, like, once they decided that, or once Odell went down and they decided that it's only Cooper Kupp, that was just Kupp and Stafford playing together. But as far as Schwab, we'll get to you on your pick. But I gotta say, man, Bill's defense, if they're I think this is the season that they can get it done. It was just stupid scheming. Like the last, you let somebody come down and score in 13 seconds, and that's just bad play calling, bad ideology. And they don't have Tyreek Hill anymore, and I don't think Sky Moore is scary like that until he gets into the league and he learns how to, you know, be a receiver, run the routes, get open, and nobody's Tyreek Hill fast. So I think that's a big part of it. But I wouldn't disagree that the common denominator throughout the entire last few years of playoffs has been Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs.
Yeah, my bad. It was the last 4 years.
Okay, and the last thing I'll say before we go to your pick, Schwab, is shout out Jalen Ramsey. Tyreek Hill was an all-pro kick returner before Patrick Mahomes came. I'm just saying, dog. I'm just saying. Pound the Chiefs.
Schwab, hit us with it.
Yeah, like I said, the AFC, I'm taking the Bills over the Bengals. I think this is the year they finally break through. Quan's exactly right. They lost that game on tiny mistakes. NFC, I agree with Mike that the Packers have the easiest route to the playoffs, but you look at that schedule, there's some tough games on there to where they might go into the playoffs 12-5, 11-6, and it's still going to be more than enough to win the division. I don't think they're going to have enough to get home field. They're not going to get Lambeau in January. Frankly, I think the home field goes through Tampa Bay. I don't see a team in the NFC I really love. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go left field here and say Trey Lance eventually gets the job in San Francisco, that it's his time, that he's able to do mostly what Joe Burrow did last year, 49ers over the Rams in the NFC Championship game, all that football the Rams played, and then just being so hard to repeat catches up with them. And then Super Bowl, Bills over the Niners. Bills finally get their Super Bowl, and Super Bowl Monday, there's no tables left in Buffalo.
Now that was gonna be my next point. Are there teams on this list that you see that would provide a lot more value as far as a Super Bowl pick? And you came with the 49ers. I know
PJ. Part of it is, let's give the Bears fans some optimism that next year that could be Justin. But like I said, I don't see a team in the end.
Dog. We don't need no hope from fucking Trey area, dog. He's better than Joe Burrow gave us all the hope we needed, dog. Somebody young can come in, little young 10 receivers and get it done if they fucking block for him. And they both was Ohio State Buckeyes.
We knew Joe Burrow.
And they chose you watch him Burrow. He good. We straight.
He's great. He was great at LSU. The best season anybody's ever had, and they were executing pro-style concepts down in Red Stick.
That's cool, but you still got to do it like in the league. So like, no matter how many like guys that we like, just we just know this guy is going to be it. Like, it's not until you actually do it. Nigga, look at Andrew Luck. Like he's the greatest. He's the greatest. John Elway and blah blah blah. Like they was throwing it out there. But then things happen. So like it don't matter what you did like in college, and no matter what system you was running, until you get that same type of like scheme and system to like fit you in the league. And
he had that.
It don't matter.
Let him finish, Rob.
No, like I was just saying, until you get, that same type of fit, concept, scheme, and everything comes together in the league, it really don't matter, because it's guys drafted every single year that's like surefire, and then something happened, and then they not. And so Joe was they called lightning in a bottle last year, but they are going to be good though.
You talking value picks, Quan. That's why I like the Packers, man. Like the Packers, I think that's solid value considering. Okay, the Bucks gonna have a pretty easy road to the playoffs too, but they won. Tom Brady like 50 years old. Like if he get hit, take one bad hit, that's a wrap. You know what I'm saying? So, and then the Rams, while they got so they pad is different, they gonna have that first place schedule. You know what I'm saying? That first place schedule is always tough. That's usually why guys don't really make it back, man, because you playing the best of the best. They got the 49ers over there too. I still think the Cardinals gonna get them fits too. They might split with the Cardinals. So I think the Packers having that just smooth path to the playoffs, home game, fuck around finishing top seed. So now you gotta bye. With the home game, I see the best value there with Green Bay.
But they hit that exact thing last year, though.
Yeah, they had a better team last year.
That's it. Yeah,
kick is down the middle and good. 49ers win.
It's not last year though. So
So you saying
Team was
like
better
But
last year.
it's always like that. Like these listen, man, this is gonna be the year that we get Aaron Rodgers out the paint, and I'm here for it.
I hope so, dog. I hope so.
I hope so.
Yeah, I'm not on here trying to defend the man, but I'm just saying that's back-to-back MVP too. Like, you know what I'm saying? We gotta, if we're gonna talk about last year, then shit, that was the MVP last year. Like, getting to the playoffs, we talking just value, because that number's gonna change week 17. You know what I'm saying? You're not gonna get this value out the Packers at that point. You know what I'm saying? So that's all I mean, just from a value standpoint. I want the motherfuckers to lose every game if they could. You know what I'm saying? Like, we had a comment, man, from my pops, man. He said first off, he asked me to take out the Mavericks jersey. This is not a jersey, pop, this is a tee, so get it right, big dog. But he said he got the GOAT versus Big Red and Mahomes. Big Red being aka the Walrus, Andy Reid, and he said the GOAT wins. So shout out to Pops. He also threw in a Bear Down Chicago Bear. That's a diehard Bears fan who actually seen them win a Super Bowl. I think his old ass is old enough to see them win the NFL championship too. He done seen the Bears win. But and then my boy Day the John McNeil. Shout out to Day man. Shout out to Day man. He was at Jackson State, man, playing on the prime time, transferred to Central State of Ohio, man. So blessings to you on an amazing season this year. He might be playing on Sundays one time in the future, man. Stay injury free, Day, but Day said Packers not winning nothing, man. Look, I want to agree with y'all, dog. I want to agree. So, but you know what I'm saying? We got betting odds that, dog. We talking about my money, so put my money where it is. But y'all know who I'm pounding my cash on. So.
Pound cheese.
Mike, I gotta ask you though, who moves the defense for the Packers this year? The way Devontae Adams made you scheme around him. They don't
secondary. A secondary does. The Packers had one of the best scoring defenses. Stopping you from scoring defense last year. DBs.
No, I mean, who on their offense?
Their offense? No damn body. No damn body. They
exactly.
Aaron Rodgers is wide receiver proof. It's like you know how you know.
Is he though?
You know how Deshaun Watson.
When has he ever not had an
Watson best receiver was Will Fuller Jr.
Hold on.
Deshaun Watson best receiver was Will Fuller the 18th, and that motherfucker only played like 3 games a year. And Deshaun Watson still put up numbers, and that was in Houston. This is Aaron Rodgers, who's arguably one of the greats, like the greatest of all time. I don't think that he arguably is. He's gonna show you the same thing, dog. He had Jordy Nelson looking like Jerry Rice. I'm just saying, man. Like, I don't know how much better Jordy Nelson is than Alan Lazard, dog. I don't know, but we're gonna see it this year. I don't want them to do good, dog. I don't want them to do good. So nobody moves the needle. Aaron Rodgers moves the needle.
Schwab, Romeo, is it Dubs or Dobbs?
Dubs, I think.
Dobbs.
Yeah, Dobbs. What is it? I see a lot of people discussing him as a big play guy, a guy that Rodgers would use. What do you break down any film on him? Talk about him at all?
I only saw that first preseason game, and he looked like he's going to be a good one. But same thing with Christian Watson though too, and I liked Watson a lot coming out of North Dakota State. I think they got 2 guys that give them a year or 2, and they're going to be excellent. The problem is, in a year or 2, it's going to be Jordan Love, so everything is going to be 10 yards short of 20 yards long.
Rodgers just signed for 4, right?
Yeah, how old is he?
Tom Brady's 45, 46.
Okay.
He's going to play till like 50.
Yeah, but Tom's on the TB12 method, and Aaron is on dope.
Listen, man, I'm not going to say what I know, but, you know, DMT is it's rejuvenating. That's I don't know. Don't ask me how I know it. I've heard it from a friend who's heard it from a friend. So, you know, he's out here doing.
How come Tom keeps getting better looking with age? And it's not fair, by the way, that guy is so insanely talented. And like I said, he's like aging backwards. Meanwhile, every time you see Aaron Rodgers, he looks like he hasn't slept in a month.
Beauty tips with Schwab coming soon to Quality Sports Network.
That's the segment we got to do during the season.
No, one guy takes care of himself. The other guy does drugs and dates witches. I mean, witches are the listen, man. If you find you some good witch pussy, you probably find the fountain of youth. And you just got us canceled.
No, absolutely not.
Witch is not gonna cancel us, dog. They just gonna
Which
put
is not
spells.
can't. Yeah.
Give me the gambling
Listen.
spells for all the witches out there watching.
Pound Chiefs. Pound Chiefs. Yeah, put it in the circle. Double, toil and trouble.
All right, man. So that's our NFL predictions, man. We can talk about some player awards as well. So we can talk odds and just who y'all think gonna win. Let's start with players of the year. Players of the year probably segue into the MVP conversation. So
I think so. Like a lot of what I'm seeing is that Josh Allen is the favorite to win MVP. I think he was plus 750 the last time I looked. So listen, man, I think the last 3 seasons it's been the Offensive Player of the Year award has gone to a skill player. That's not normally like I feel like MVP is a quarterback award, and then the Player of the Year offensive is like a skill guy, and then the Defensive Player of the Year is whoever. So if you're looking like you want to look for, I think you want to look for correlations or something along the lines of those standout players. I think 3 guys that really stick out: Jonathan Taylor for Indy. I think it would be a good pick. I think Derrick Henry, if he has a bounce back season, he doesn't get injured. And man, if I don't know what the odds are, I'm gonna look them up after I stop talking. But Stephon Diggs, if you're telling me that Josh Allen is gonna be the MVP, that means he's gonna have an outstanding season. He's gonna be throwing touchdowns. He's gonna be throwing for close to 4,000, 5,000 yards. I think if Stephon Diggs can be the guy, he can make the plays. I would throw, like, depending upon the value, I would throw a bunch of money on Stephon Diggs for Offensive Player of the Year.
I like that, man. All right, how about you said you too for Diggs for Offensive Player, Schwab?
Yep, we just had the same conversation in college football about Stroud and Smith and Jigba.
Okay, well, I'm looking now. FanDuel plus 4,000 for Stephon Diggs to win
That's great.
Player of the Year, and at plus 4,000 also sits Trey Lance, Dalvin Cook, and Joe Burrow. So he is some very competitive company. Jamar Chase, Devontae Adams, Deebo Samuel, Cooper Kupp, and Justin Jefferson are the wide receivers over him. And I do agree, Quan, if Josh Allen go win the MVP, which I think he has a good chance to win, because I know I wasn't like messing with the Bills pick, but that don't mean I don't think they're gonna have a good season. And to have a good season, that means Josh Allen has to be Josh Allen, the Josh Allen that we know, not the one that laterals that tosses laterals to offensive linemen in the playoffs, but actually the one that go out there and ball. I think he got a good chance, and I do agree with that. So I'll go ahead with my pick too, since I'm in the middle of it. Man, I like the Derrick Henry pick, man. It's like, why do people keep betting, like not believing in this man? But Deebo Samuel does it all.
I think, man,
Deebo Samuel does it all. So I'm going to go with Offensive Player of the Year. So shout out my boy PJ, because I know you watching. I'm gonna go with Deebo Samuel as my NFL Offensive Player of the Year. Here's why. We talking Trey Area. Trey Area don't succeed without Deebo Samuel. That team is a running back factory, so they're gonna have somebody whoever starts week 1 is not gonna start week 17, be it via injury or just a switch up and how they do stuff over there. But Deebo Samuel is going to be the one constant. I mean, this is a 1A, 1B receiver. And then we talking just out of what he can do out of the package. He in the screen game. You can give him the deep ball, short game. And then coming off the reverse for run, lining up in the backfield, lining up tight. He all over the place. So Deebo Samuel is my pick for NFL Offensive Player of the Year, y'all.
I see him at 20-1 at BetMGM right now. I think he's top 5. Yeah.
Yep.
I'm riding with Mike on this one. He's exactly right. Everything you just said.
I think that. Listen, man. I think
he's.
Go ahead. No, go ahead, Sean.
The fact that he contributes not only as a receiver but as a runner, I think is gonna play in people's minds, and could give him the edge over somebody like Diggs, even if he has insane numbers.
I think that offense, man, if they could get creative and a read option scheme with Trey Lance and him using his legs, his arm, whatever. That listen, it's really scary. Like I know you lifelong LA Rams fan here. I've been cheering for the Rams my whole life. But the 49ers, I think if he comes along at a moderate pace, he makes his mistakes early, and the defense can carry them. The running game can carry them. I think Kyle Shanahan was always talking about getting 40 run plays a game. I think if they're successful with that, I think they're gonna make a significant run in the playoffs. And that Deebo Samuel pick, it sounds like money.
Yeah.
DJ, who you got?
I like y'all Deebo pick, but I think that they got backs that's going to take away some of his carry. So I think that's going to be the only thing that's stopping him. Man, it's tough. I like Derrick Henry too. I'm gonna go with Jonathan Taylor just to have another great year. I think that as long as Matt Ryan don't do what Carson Wentz did, I think they're gonna win a few more games. And they gonna be winning more, and then he gonna have a chance to impact more games down the stretch. So they gonna still need him. And plus, I'm not really sold on their skill position players either. And so besides him, I can actually name me they other top 3 skill position players.
The Niners?
No, the Colts.
Michael Pittman Jr.
Michael Pittman.
So that's my point.
Yeah, that's it.
So to me,
He wasn't Hilton still there, ain't he?
Nah, you're a free agent.
Okay.
So to me, that's gonna force them to get him involved, and he won't be coming out the backfield, catching, running, doing everything for that team, and they're gonna win more games. So I feel like more eyes gonna be focused on him. So I'm gonna just go with him.
Let's talk about that because they're not on this graphic here. I see they're 25-1 at BetMGM. But man, if you think about it, 2 seasons ago, we was watching the Buffalo Bills and Phillip Rivers led Indianapolis Colts team in the wild card round of the playoffs. And no matter what was going on, Phillip Rivers was determined to give that game away. So first of all, I believe in Matt Ryan. I think Matt Ryan has been a consistent quarterback. He's been a good quarterback. He's had weapons around him, and when he's had weapons around him, he's been good. When he hasn't, last year, he was still decent. Do you think the Colts can make a legit run? Like, I'm thinking of the AFC South. Houston, that's going to be easy. Jacksonville, that's going to be easy. Their stiffest competition, toughest competition is going to be the Titans. Schwab, Mike, what are the thumbs down? Yes or no?
No, I was saying
thumbs down is
thumbs down to Jacksonville. Thumbs down
trash.
to Houston. Yeah,
the Texans are even more trash.
Ass.
Yeah, they can make a run though because of their defense. So
it all
I
sits
think
on Derrick Henry to me.
Yeah, and
I think Colts to win the division might have some value there. I don't think they can make a Super Bowl run just because there are so many teams that you're exactly right about Matt Ryan still being a solid quarterback, but there's so many better ones in the AFC right now. And they have a really good defense. There's also teams that have really good defenses. Like the Chargers should be a lot better. I believe in Brandon Staley. They just picked up Khalil Mack. Justin Herbert's only getting better, whereas Matt Ryan's only getting older. Josh Allen and the Bills, we talked about them a bunch already. They don't have a Jonathan Taylor, but they do have a passing game that can just air it out up and down the field on you, and they also have a great defense. Cincinnati's offense, I think, is going to be better than Indianapolis's, and the question there is, can their defense hold up? And the list goes on. I mean, Pound Chiefs and everything. There's just so many. I think if the Colts were in the NFC, there'd be value there as a Super Bowl pick, but there's just too many teams that are ahead of where they're at right now, I think, in the AFC.
Well,
So-
I got the they got the Colts at minus 125 to win the AFC South. So I know you said there's a value
Really?
there.
I thought that the people still be higher on the Titans.
Nah, man, because they
No.
got quarterback stuff going on over there, like And shout out my boy Malik Willis too, man. But yeah, it's just the Colts with Matt Ryan. Matt Ryan elevated. Remember, they had Carson Wentz. He's trash. And now they elevated. And like you said, Quan, Matt Ryan has been, the Falcons organization is laughable, but it's not Matt Ryan. Matt Ryan was the MVP of the league one year. You know what I'm saying? And like you said, you got talent around him. Colts got a hell of a running back, and their defense is not bad. Like, shout out Eberflus, you know what I'm saying? Who put that together, you dig? But yeah, man. So yeah, I'm not surprised by seeing the Colts at negative odds. Not at all.
Well, was that a real story that they benched Willis because he did something play and then but it wasn't what he wanted done?
Yeah. What you call it? The coach said it.
Vrabel.
Yeah, Vrabel said it. He a clown though. But
Well,
that's
he should have drafted.
First coach fired Mike Vrabel.
No, first coach fired Mike McCarthy. We talked about this in the chat. I haven't seen any odds for it either, and I looked it up. But they are just a stupid, undisciplined football team. And you look at their starting schedule. Somebody pull it up. I know they play the Bucks. They play the Rams. Washington's in there. I think Cincinnati's in there. Like, they could very easily start 1-4, and like
They
Jared
got
putting up with that. Go ahead.
September 11th. Lenny Fournette is gonna see you. They got the Buccaneers, they got the Bengals, they got the Giants, they got the Commanders, and then they got the Rams.
Yeah, there's 3 probable losses. Washington can beat them. I mean, if you lose to the Giants, you're hopeless.
I don't know about Washington can beat them.
Yeah,
that's
I don't know about
far
Washington.
fetched. Yeah.
What, they can beat them.
I don't know about that.
I don't know
Washington.
if they will
Absolutely
beat
not.
'em.
Absolutely not. I don't think they can. No way in hell.
All right, y'all. We're gonna shift, man. We're gonna shift to defensive player of the year, man. Just real quick. Without saying Aaron Donald, give me your defensive player of the year. DJ, I start with you, bro.
That's Aaron Donald.
Because it's so easy to say him.
No, I don't know, man. That's tough. You got the odds or
Yeah, I got him up. I got him up now. Actually, Myles Garrett is number one. Plus 700. TJ Watt plus 800. Aaron Donald plus 900. Michael Parsons plus 1,000. And then Nick Bosa and Joey Bosa running out the top 6.
I'll go TJ Watt to repeat. I feel like they're gonna be on the field a lot.
Yeah.
He gonna have more opportunities, I think, than the people that you name. So I'll go TJ Watt. But I do like Myles Garrett, but him being the favorite scares me. But I'll go TJ Watt to repeat.
Schwab?
I think there's value in Nick Bosa. Joey, I think, is going to have some of his numbers eaten up by Khalil Mack. As you said not to say Aaron Donald, so I won't say Aaron Donald. Instead, what I'll do is I'll say number 99 for the Los Angeles Rams.
That's fair. Quan, what'd you like?
Man, listen, at the value, I just looked on BetMGM. I think I should at 40-1. I like Von Miller just because it's 40-1.
Yeah, that's good.
I think he's gonna have a major impact on that defense, and I think it's worth a shot at throwing some cash on it because they're going to be a good defense on the back end. They're great, and that leads to a better pass rush and vice versa. So I think he's going to cause a lot of mayhem. Like, I thought when he came to the Rams, he would be slowed down, and it's not the Von Miller of Super Bowl 50, but he was causing havoc a lot the second half of the season. Yeah. And even in the Super Bowl, he was in there. So if they can get somebody to Like, not even like he's gonna be a menace regardless. And he's playing. I mean, listen, he's playing the Jets 2 times a year. He's playing the Dolphins. Like, these are the Jets they just put Mekhi Becton on the IR, and they've had O-line issues regardless. And you're going against Flacco probably in those games, so those are sacks racking up. So I think if he can be 90% of what Von Miller was, I think 40-1 is a good play.
I like that, man. You down there made me want to change my pick. I got a 30 for y'all, man. I'm going with Max Crosby, man. LA Raiders. I really like dude game. He shows up every game, never missed a game in his career. From the MAC. Shout out Mid-Atlantic Conference, you know what I'm saying? Mid-American Conference, I mean. Shout out the MAC. Eastern Michigan's own. But in all seriousness, no, Max Crosby, he finished second team All-Pro, and the people above him at his position, who was it? Myles Garrett and
TJ Watt, probably.
Yeah, TJ Watt. Saying that's number 1 and 2, you know what I'm saying, odds wise. So he had personal best, like he had double, I think QB hits and double pass defended that he had the previous years. He led the Raiders in damn near everything defensively, and the Raiders are going to be in some games. And the numbers are one thing, but then the moments are what win these awards sometimes. And I think if Crosby has some moments, they play in the Chiefs. I don't necessarily like their matchups. The Chiefs Raiders matchup like I did, from years previously. So I got Max Crosby. He 30-1. And yeah, man, that's what I'm going with for NFL Defensive Player of the Year. So we'll see how this stuff ages, man, for sure. So that's it for Player Award futures, guys. Any last thing? Quan.
Let's finish with the MVP.
Oh, duh. MVP, NFL MVP.
Finish with
All
the
right.
MVP.
That's right, because we just ignored the quarterback award. Right.
Yeah.
All right. So, MVP, Schwab.
Allen.
Josh Allen. Yeah.
Chalk.
No explanation, just Josh Allen.
Chalk.
Yeah.
I think we covered this.
Yeah.
Anything in addition to
they're
what
going to
we
be the
said
best
already?
team. He's going to put up ridiculous numbers. It's a quarterback award. It's his time.
DJ?
I'm gonna go Justin Herbert. Just off the strength of, I feel like he gonna be able to put up even better numbers this year because his defense is gonna be better. So that's gonna create more opportunities. And if they actually close out some of those games, they're gonna have a way better record. And so I don't want to do everything Bills, so I'm gonna go Justin Herbert.
You're just playing devil's advocate, though. Does it weigh on your mind a little bit with that pick? The idea that the Chargers could miss the playoffs, and it's nothing to do with them. I'm talking, they could go 11-6 and miss the playoffs because that division is a dogfight, and that whole conference is a dogfight. That's the only thing that would scare me off of Justin Herbert a little bit.
Yeah, no, that is something that I think about too. And then another thing is they the Chargers too. So they be charging.
They be charging. Chargers gonna charge.
So I was thinking about that too. But yeah, that does scare me though.
That should be another one of our memes. Chargers up by 3 late in the game. Pound whoever's playing the Chargers.
Fade Chargers.
It's fade Chargers. Pound Chiefs, fade Chargers.
So we got Schwab, Josh Allen, DJ, Justin Herbert, Quan. Give me something spicy, man.
Nothing spicy, man. Listen, we got Schwab fade Chargers. Mike, Pound Chiefs. My saying, always double down. Last year, I went Matthew Stafford.
Let's go, Quan. That's spicy. Let's go.
Listen. DJ wrote a script that I haven't produced yet a couple years ago about the narrative. And the narrative right now is that Matthew Stafford, he's got a bad arm, throwing arm, he's injured. All that is legacy building, man. You saw what he listen. I don't want to be that guy, but all last year, I was right. I kept, hey man, Matthew Stafford's that boy. Listen, I said it on Last Word Cheetah. I said it on the Quan Show. I said it on the Optimal. And like I bet him to win MVP. He should have. If it wasn't for Ben Scarana, he probably would have won MVP. If Odell didn't go down, Odell would have probably caught another touchdown, and Cooper Kupp wouldn't have gotten no shine. But Matthew Stafford for MVP. I know he's gonna tough it out, and I know this is no Dr. Chow video reading, and Shane put us on to the fraud that is Dr. Chow. So basically, like nobody's saying that he's what's his name?
Dr. Drunk Fraud, I believe is his name.
Yeah, something like that. But nobody's saying that he's gonna miss significant time. They're gonna manage it, and I think he's going to tough it out and he's gonna play through it. It's going to affect some of his downfield passing, I think, but what Sean McVay does is a lot of misdirection, a lot of safe throws over the top where, you know, they scheme to where he's making these crossfield throws that he can make. So if he's hitting those throws and he's on point, Allen Robinson in the red zone is going to be great. And who can stop Cooper Kupp? Yes, he is, because he's going to be healthy. He doesn't have to carry the load. Oh my goodness, there's a lot of Bears angst there, Schwab. You gotta let that go, man.
The guy quit last year. I mean, he just flat
I would
out.
quit on the Bears too, just like I quit on the Lions. Sometimes you just gotta quit, man. Hey, quitting isn't bad. It's not as bad. It's sometimes it's cracked up to what it's supposed to be. If you're like me, quit. Just if you don't like it, quit. Just don't do it anymore. This is the word. Kids, do not see these things through. Go out there and quit today. If you see this and you're watching this right now, just quit. If you don't want to do something, just don't do it. But I like Stafford for MVP. I'm going to always double down. We're going to always double down. Matthew Stafford plus 1,400 on BetMGM right now.
Yes, sir. I was hoping that's what you was going to go with, man. So that's spicy enough for me. Ninth best odds. So, me, man, double down. Patrick Mahomes returns to the MVP throne. I mean, the man has played MVP level ball every year. They just decided to give it to Rodgers because he got to play against a bunch of knuckleheads in the NFC North. So, I mean, you got Justin Herbert come out of nowhere, which I told y'all, motherfuckers, Justin Herbert, he know it, but he came out of nowhere in that division. Now we got the Raiders. They've been just pedestrian, you know what I'm saying? The Broncos wasn't too much, but other teams in the AFC have come up like Josh Allen in a way and shit. But this is gonna be the year that not only he continues his MVP form. Oh, that's funny. I like that, SJC. Appreciate that comment. We gonna get on quiet ass too. Don't worry about it. But yeah. So same year. I mean, same thing. Andy Reid and Patrick Mahomes, man. That's the dynamic duo. So pound Mahomes for MVP. Just tell him I said that shit too.
Pound Mahomes, pound Chiefs. Josh Allen. Chargers gonna charge. DJ, you got to give us a catchphrase. Get him out of here. That's it. That's it. Get him out of here.
When the Chargers finish 4-13, that's gonna be good if it goes jam. Get him out of here.
Hey, listen, the Lions really might start 4-0. Listen to this: Eagles, Commanders, Vikings, Seahawks.
Hell no, they're not beating the Eagles. Hard Knocks tonight, right?
Yeah, it's on right now.
Yeah, no, they're not beating.
I was ready to laugh at that, dude. Like,
did you listen? Listen, I don't remember who it was that tagged me in the tweet on Friday, but the middle linebacker was supposed to. Oh, it was P-Jack. P-Jack put it in the group chat. The middle linebacker had front side A gap. He hopped underneath, and the gap was like that. Like really, Schwab, you probably could have scored a touchdown off of that ISO that they ran.
That was that defense. That elite Bears offensive game plan. That's what that was, dog. That
was like that defense is gonna be atrocious. And if there are people out there still putting their faith in Jared Goff, I need them to come talk to me directly. We can go to 40 Acres, and I'll be your counselor. We can talk about why you need to quit on the Lions.
And what's up with the
how'd I know you're here?
I'm not tell you what they're gonna win those.
What's up with the hype behind Swift? Like We'll talk about this maybe next time. We'll touch on some divisions. But I just don't understand the Swift hype when Jamal Williams is right there. Like Jamal Williams is like a serviceable back that I feel like gonna be splitting that backfield. And they got Swift, like if you look at fantasy rankings, which we'll talk about that a little bit also, like they got Swift like top 10. I'm not understanding that hype. So maybe we can find out the answers on the next QSP, man. But yeah, I don't know, man. But we ain't worried about no Lions right now, dog.
No, it's not a Bears Lions line, not a Bears Lions.
No, I'm just saying, like, you look at those 4 games, they could win them, and then they lose the next 15, and that's the season.
Yeah, and the Bears could go 17-0, but they're probably not. So
if was the 5th, you get it.
I'll be drunk, boy. But not in Texas because it's after 9 and we can't buy no liquor no more. So see your local liquor store at 10 a.m. Other than that, man, this has been the Quality Sports Podcast, August 16th. Appreciate everybody who tapped in, who chimed in, who commented, man. Thank y'all for watching. Me and the guys will be back. And yeah, man, we'll see y'all next time. Thank you. Sportscast.